continue about the investigations in the endometriosis. So, so which investigation? First of all, we are going to think about the ultrasonography. That is the transvaginal ultrasonography. So, in case of if there is a retroversion of the uterus with if there is any some sort of obliteration in the cul-de-sac or pouch of Douglas, or if there is a presence of some complex adnexal mass, then we can think about the ultrasonography. That is what is the use of it? Just say it, over this what we say, transvaginal ultrasonography. What we see the probe, it is introduced from the vagina and the waves goes from here, and if anything abnormality which is present over, we are able to see it. So if there is a presence of retroversion of uterus, retroversion, normally this uterus it is anteverted, but if it is present retroverted, it will go backside. That is retroversion, that we are able to find out retroversion of uterus with obliteration of cul-de-sac, because what we see that backside it is the cul-de-sac, and due to this retroversion these sacs get compressed, that is the obliterated, that what we can able to see it. Or if there is a presence of some adnexal mass which are able to see, then it is help to differentiate between endometrial cyst from other complex cysts like dermoid cyst. As we know that endometrium is having, it may be having the dermoid cyst or it may be having the endometrial cyst, that is chocolate cyst, what we can say that. But dermoid cyst, there is a it is a teratoma where there is a presence of some other structures like maybe presence of hair, if anything. While in case of endometrial or chocolate cyst, there is a typical collection of fluid which is of color chocolate, that we are able to differentiate over here. So endometrial cyst, it is low level internal echoes with posterior acoustic enhancement, that is ground glass appearance, what we are able to see if it is the endometrial cyst. While in case of dermoid cyst, it is a posterior acoustic shadowing and there is a presence of bone and teeth in the cyst. So that is some, we are seeing the teeth, it may be present, which is not present in the endometrial cyst. So presence of mural nodule and pins and needles like, then we can think about this is the dermoid cyst. So in short, what is the role of this ultrasonography? To see what is the position of the uterus. Normal position of the uterus, it is anteverted and anteflex. If it is retroversion, we are able to see in ultrasonography. If it is goes back, it compresses the backside pouch of Douglas. So we are able to find out if there is any obliteration to the pouch of Douglas. And next important, we are able to differentiate between what is the endometrial cyst and what is the dermoid cyst. So that is the role of ultrasonography. Then CA125, that is increase in moderate to severe endometriosis, and second also increase in non-mucinous epithelial ovarian cancer. So if it is present, then it indicates there may be it indicates that there is severe endometriosis and non-mucinous epithelial ovarian cancer. So next, what we are able to say, that as we know that in endometriosis, whatever ultrasonography, if you probe is introduced from the vagina, it is able to see if the pathology, what is the position, what is the anterior posterior, that is retroverted. But if the endometrial tissues are present over this, so it is not able to find out by the ultrasonography. So at that moment, what we require, we have to require such investigation which is able to find any abnormality outside this. So if it is abdominal or anything other than that, ovarian, then we have to require the laparoscopy. So what happens is abdomen over, below the umbilicus one cut section is there and the probe is introduced inside of it, and they see if there is any pathology which is present outside of it. That is the procedure is called as a laparoscopy. The instrument which is used over here, it is the laparoscope. So how it is a gold standard during laparoscopy, entire pelvis should be examined systematically in clockwise or counterclockwise direction. And what is the aim behind it? To detect and biopsy of lesion. If we see, for example, if any mass which is present, if you are able to see it, just take that the part of this mass, take it and send it for the further investigation. That is what we know that the biopsy that we are going to do. Or staging disease, at which stage of the endometriosis, for that it is required. And the concomitant laparoscopic for the surgical, if you want to do any surgical procedure, then laparoscopy is used. As we know that laparoscopy is both the diagnostic as well as the therapeutic use it is. Then the peritoneal lesion. So what is the classical peritoneal lesion that what we are going to see? It is the powder burn or gunshot appearance. Just see in this diagram. If this is the endometrium, how it looks like? These are the black spots what you are observing over here. So it looks like that of the gunshot appearance. That is, if you use gun burn or gunshot powder burn or gunshot lesion, how it is? It is black to dark brown nodules consisting of old hemorrhage surrounded by the fibrosis. So it is the hemorrhage which is present. Old hemorrhage, it is looks blackish. There is a presence of scarring is also there, and adhesion by ovary in between the ovary and broad ligament, and in between the posterior uterus or vagina and sigmoid colon, and subtle lesions like that of red lesion, flame like lesion, and glandular excretion cells, white lesion, white opacities, yellow peritoneal patches, and circular peritoneal defects. If we are able to see, that is peritoneal lesion we are going to find out. Then ovarian endometriosis. What if the presence of endometrial tissue to the ovary and whatever the pathology it produces, that is what happened. I have already explained. If the endometrial tissue which are present over here, they are able to shed from this side, but whatever the endometrial tissue, they are not able to shed from their side, and they whatever the fluid which is present inside, it's collected over and it gives like a brownish chocolate color. So that is a chocolate fluid which is present over here. So that is, it is called as a chocolate cyst. So it is adhered to the broad ligament and pelvic side wall. So